Hello, this is Peter Konechny for medievalist.net, and we are here to do a video book review of Arabs and Normans in the Sicily and the south of Italy. It was published in 2007 by the Riverside Book Company. It was originally an Italian book, which they have translated, and it is mostly kind of a picture book with photographs of manuscript images, architectural landmarks, and the scenery from Sicily, the southern Italy, and the kind of medieval period in general. The book covers the 9th to 12th centuries in Sicily, as well as the kind of very southern part of Italy, the Calabria and Abruzzo regions, and talks about the various kind of political and military events that kind of occur there. There's a Muslim-Arab invasion that starts in 827. There's a Norman invasion that starts in 1061. It talks about those things, as well as talks about the kind of the art and culture that's brought in by these various groups, and how it can be seen in the kind of architecture that still survives, as well as the artwork that still survives. The book, just begin off with, the two Italian writers, one deals with the Muslim-Arab invasion and gives a very good overview of what happens with that, and how the effect of Arab domination on the local population, how that makes a difference for the kind of culture and society. There's even a small section that talks about the Jewish population of Sicily and how that gets affected, and how they manage to survive and endure under that era. The second part begins with talking about the Normans and their Viking ancestry. We get onto where, like, there's little divergences onto, like, Norman conquest of England, for instance, before it gets on to where we have these Norman adventurers who start arriving in Italy in the 11th century, working as mercenaries and setting up small power bases for themselves. In 1061, you have Robert Guiscard and his brother Roger, who start off a series of campaigns that wind up taking control of Sicily by the year 1091, and they establish a dynasty that rules over the island, as well as parts of the mainland Italy during the 12th century. The book, again, is mostly photographs. It's about 300 pages long. As you can see, it's quite a large book. The images dominate. Many are full pages and quite beautiful. This is just a treat to take a look at. The text itself is, you can read it fairly quickly. It only takes me about a couple of days to go through it, and covers the events kind of breezy. Some reigns and rulers get only a brief mention. There's a very good section at the end where it talks about the artistic influences of these various cultures, the Normans, the Muslim Arabs, as well as the kind of Byzantine population. And because Sicily at this time, during the 9th century, actually was mostly settled by Byzantine Greeks, so we see this kind of interplay of art and culture in places like the Cathedral of Monreale, which is near Palermo, and how the various kinds of artists from the region collaborate and work together, where you see a bit of Arab influence, a bit of Byzantine influence, a bit of Norman influence. The book, again, there are a couple of problems you'll have with the book, especially if you were looking for, like, a scholarly interest. There's no footnotes or endnotes in the book at all, nor is there an index, which makes it very difficult to find particular passages. The bibliography is only one page long and just covers a few of the books that the authors used during this work. But overall, those are kind of small problems because the book is really meant to be something that you want to show around the house, show off to friends and family, and kind of let them kind of pass it off as a coffee table book. The the big feature is there's the beautiful imagery on it, where you see various churches, castles, artistic pieces in very good detail. The book again gives you a kind of a brief but good enough introduction to that period, and maybe will bring you to get you more interested in Sicily and the kind of the different kind of cultures that moved into and lived amongst each other during the Middle Ages. So again, this is published by Riverside Book Company, who have done a lot of kind of books like this, kind of coffee table books that show a lot of the art of, particularly of Italy, from what I've seen. And again, I would recommend if you're interested in that kind of those kind of books. It's very enjoyable, something to have around the house, and something to kind of show off. And thank you very much for watching this review.